Hey everyone, it's Melody Stroud with Usborne Book Barn. Thank you so much for joining me for today's live lunch show. We do this pretty much every Monday at noon Central, 1 Eastern, and I just got back from a very special Usborne trip. It's an incentive trip. I earned the trip to Disney World. So I took my husband. We had a really great time. I did not take my girls. Hi, Katie. Did not take my girls. Lisa, what's up? Because we go to Disney pretty much every year, and that's why I started Usborne, was to take my kids to Disney. So we do that. So when I earned this special trip, I knew I just wanted it to be me and my husband. So it was great. We actually took a little detour, hey Annalise, and went and saw my dad in South Florida, and then went across the state and went and visited my friend Mary, and then went back up to Disney World for our last day. Oh, Katie, Breslin's watching your story time. Story time comes back tomorrow too, over on our UBB Special Peep page. So all the really fun stuff, I've had to move to this page, this one, the Peep. So be sure that you're on the UBB Special Peep page. Okay, so Lisa, thank you. Hope you had a fun trip. Hey, Amy. Hi, Leah. Yes, it was so fun, but it was different. It was a different kind of fun, because we're not with kids, but there were lots of stuff. I've got some on my lips. Sorry. There was lots of stuff where I'm like, oh, it kind of made me sad sometimes because, my kids weren't there. I'm like, oh, Anna would have loved that, or oh, Mary loves that ride. So I'm a very homesick person. Hey, Jess. So I always get homesick whenever I leave without my kids. Hey, Shatoina, I always get homesick. So I did get a little homesick, but that's okay. So I wanted to share with you a couple things. Don't want to take up your time too much. So a couple fun Disney things I learned. So on Thursday, my husband and I did the Magic Kingdom, Keys to the Kingdom tour, which was so great because we couldn't have done it with the girls. Like, you have to be 16 years old or older to do it. It's 5 hours. It included lunch, which was really cool. And I didn't know this, but we walked on 2 rides. Like, that was not in the itinerary. I had no idea that we were going to get to go on rides, like walk in the exit and go on the Jungle Cruise and the Haunted Mansion. Like, just our group just walked in the exit. It was amazing. So there, of course, because it's July, there were huge lines. Hi, Kitty. So anyway, a couple things I want to tell you that I learned. So one really cool thing is our tour guide, his name was Peter, and he was from Ireland, which is so funny because that was our first Usborne trip. Hey, Kitty. The kitty's coming. Oh, look at Kitty. Oh, look. I'm in love with these kitties. This is Simon, and his little twin brother will probably come down in a few minutes, Gaston. Okay, Annalise, it was so good. You would have loved it. Okay, so our tour guide, Peter, one of the first things he told us was, how come when you go to Disney World, you think of that iconic Cinderella castle? Why would Walt Disney design it, where that's not the first thing you see? When you get to Magic Kingdom, the first thing you see is the train station, and you have to walk underneath the train station before you see the castle. So why is that? That's kind of weird. Hey, Lauren. So he said that Walt designed everything to be like a movie. So before the movie starts, there's a curtain in front of it, right? And then the curtain parts, and then there's the screen, there's the movie. So the train station is actually the curtain. And so you walk under the train station or walk through it, and that's like the curtain separating to reveal the castle. How cool is that? And then as you're walking down Main Street towards the castle, there are names all over these store windows on Main Street. Looks like a Main Street. And the first name that you see is the name Roy Disney, because the first name in a movie that you always see, according to Peter, is the producer. You see his name, very important. And then You saw a bunch of other names as you're walking down Main Street. And then the very last name in the opening credits is always the director. And so the last name on Main Street that you see is Walt Disney's name. And then you're at the castle. So isn't that so neat? Hey, Stephanie. So I thought that was just so great. And another thing we learned is that Cinderella's castle is actually not very tall. It's 189 feet tall, which is not very tall. And all of the buildings on Main Street are scaled down, so it makes the castle look bigger behind it. All of the buildings are actually 2 stories, even though they have 3 stories of windows. So I thought that was really cool. And he said, you know, why 189 feet? That's a really odd number. Why not just round up and make it 190 feet tall? Why 189? And the reason was, back then in Florida, if a building was 190 feet tall, it had to have a flashing light for the small aircraft. And so Walt knew that that would really distract from the story, is having a flashing light on top of a castle. It shouldn't be there. So they made it 1 foot smaller. How cool is that? And then he said that, you know, since that time, they've upped the limit by 10 feet. And so there are some attractions at Disney World that are a little bit taller. But I thought that was so cool. And then another really cool thing we learned is that Johnny Depp owns, like, the name, the rights, whatever. Johnny Depp owns Captain Jack Sparrow. So anything done with Captain Jack Sparrow, Johnny Depp has to sign off on. So when they were putting him and the other guy into Pirates of the Caribbean, because that's the only ride where the ride came first and then the movies, that's really cool. The movie was inspired by the ride, but Johnny Depp had to come down and had to, like, approve everything with his with Jack Sparrow in it. Isn't that crazy? Anytime they want to change something with Jack Sparrow, they have to get Johnny Depp to approve it. And I'm sure you heard how in Disneyland he did show up in the ride by surprise. That's never happened in Disney World, according to Peter, who seemed very knowledgeable, so I'm trusting Peter. But he did say that Johnny Depp has shown up occasionally in the little show that's across from the Pirates of the Caribbean ride at Disney World. There's like a little stage, and you know, Captain Jack Sparrow, who's usually an actor, a lookalike, will come out and do like a little show. But he has said that sometimes it has been Johnny Depp. Isn't that crazy? That's so crazy. So we learned so much on that tour. It's 5 hours. It was awesome. If you ever get a chance to do the Keys to the Kingdom tour, we just learned so many amazing things. And one more quick amazing thing is there is a parade. There's a 3 o'clock parade every day. And he says many people do ask him, what time is the 3 o'clock parade? But there's a parade, he said, that you cannot plan for. It's a very special parade, but you never know when it's going to be, and so most people don't see it. And it is the parade. It's the Rainy Day Parade. That might not be the real name. It's Rainy Something Parade, and it only happens when the weather is so bad at 3 o'clock that they can't send out the floats. And so what they do instead is that the characters put on their rain gear and they go and like dance around. And so there's still a parade even in really bad weather, but it's just it's modified, and it's really cool because you rarely get to see it. So I thought that was really neat. We learned it was just amazing, so many cool things. So anyway, what else is really cool is that a bunch of new books just got released on our website. Probably 6, I know at least 6. I wrote them down. They're in my personal cart to order today. So at least 6 just came out, including 2 Shine a Light books, At the Garage and In the City. Those just came out. It All Starts with a Seed. The Kitty Cat, Where Are You book in New York. Mary is so excited about that one. The Map Maze book, which looks fantastic. And then the What is Germs book. The What is Germs book is in this same series. It's Lift the Flap, very first questions and answers. like about germs or what is germs. So I'm so excited about that because I just think once kids understand why they have to wash their hands, why is that important, they're more likely, at least mine, are more likely to do it if they know the reason why. So I'm sure most of you have seen What is Poop, but it's just, the germs one's just like this, and I thought I've got to show them What is Poop, just in case somebody hasn't seen it. It is so fun. I won't show you the whole thing, but oh my goodness, if you don't have this book, this is available on the website. It was sold out for a long time, but it is on the website now, and it's just so much fun. It's $12.99. We actually, we used to keep ours in the bathroom. Hey, Laura. We have, and yes, and that's so cool. Everyone poops. We have, you know, a little book bin in the bathroom, and this was in there for a while, which I thought was very helpful. That is fascinating. So anyway, the germs book, so excited about that. So it's in this same series. Yay. All right. Also, we have just a couple announcements. So tomorrow, Storytime Live will be on our UBB Peep page. Oh, so excited. So it's going to be a surprise book. Usually I let the special peeps vote, but I'm going to do a little surprise book tomorrow. So you have to tune in tomorrow to find out what it is. It's only live. I have to delete it after I read, so you have to catch it live. Also on Wednesday in Special Peeps, we have another little special something going on. So be sure to head over there on Wednesday. Hey, Melissa. And once all of the July, August releases become available, I'm going to do another really big mystery hostess party. I think the rewards are maybe up to $300 or $400 now. I think I'll have to check to make sure. Each time that we do a special something over in my special peep group, the rewards just continue to grow. So I'm excited about that. So we'll have another one. Maybe it'll be like a back to school theme, but I do want more books to be available for you so you can take advantage of that. So yeah, and hopefully win hundreds of dollars and absolutely free Usborne and Kane Miller books. Hey, Melissa. I'm going to do one more. Let's say bye-bye, Simon. So cute. These guys are so cute, y'all. We got 2 kittens. They're brothers, and I am so glad we got 2 because they play together all the time. These boys, I mean, there are no other boys in the house except my husband. I've got 2 sweet girls, and they're super sweet. And the boys are like little boys. They are rough and tumble. And hey, do you want to say hi?
Hi. Where was the cat?
Where was the cat? Oh, Emily's in Disney. My friend Emily is in Disney. You want to say hi? That's Anna. Breakfast Club theme for back to school. Yeah, Katie, that's a great idea. Hi, Natalie. All right, well, y'all, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm trying to think if there's anything other really cool thing I can tell you about Disney. Oh, yeah, something else about Pirates of the Caribbean is when you, okay, so here, really interesting, last thing. So when they built Disney World, the people thought that it would just be Florida people that would be coming. And since Florida is so close to the Caribbean, they probably wouldn't want the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. It was not an opening day attraction. They didn't have it there. But it was in California. And so the people in Florida were like, we love Pirates of the Caribbean. We need that at Disney World. Well, by that time, they'd already built the railroad that's going around the Magic Kingdom.
Around and
around. So there was no place to put another attraction in Magic Kingdom. And so what they did to fix it is the entrance to Pirates of the Caribbean is in the normal area, like in Adventureland. You walk in, and then the queue, the line, is on this side of the railroad, on the inside. And then if you've ridden it, you know that you sit in the boat and then you dip down. And what you're doing when you're dipping down is you're going underneath the railroad tracks. and then the attraction is on the other side. How neat is that? So we actually got to see the Pirates of the Caribbean ride from the other side, and it's just a big building, but you have to, go under the railroad tracks to get there. So I thought that was so fun. All right, y'all. Well, thank you so much. I'm so glad to be back. Excited. Lots of fun stuff going on this week and lots of great stuff for August. Hope you're having a wonderful summer. And join me tomorrow as we do Storytime Live. Oh, Annalise loves the facts. I've got tons more. Maybe I'll share some more just kind of as we go. But so much fun. Okay, have a great day, friends. Hope to see you tomorrow in Special Peeps. Bye. You say bye?
Bye.
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 Be really gentle.
Bye.
Bye.